Welcome to the Elevate Academy. And this is Dave Katowski, the founder and host of the Elevate Academy. And we are about to jump into session number 3 in regards to the Elevate Academy program. We already went through sessions 1 and 2, how to be the best student possible, how to be the best athlete possible. Now we're going to jump into researching colleges and finding the best fit. So I already told you guys why I'm here. I want to give you my 30 plus years of experience and how I've helped hundreds of kids get into the best colleges that they can get into. And also make sure you're finding the right fit. So that's what we're going to do. We're going to jump into this right away. And here we go. So the first thing is researching schools. And one of the things that we look at is what is the best fit for you? Is it D1, D2, D3, junior college? Are you looking at a big school? Are you looking at a small school, private or public? The location obviously is really important of where the school is located, what degrees are available, what you might want to study, what you might want to do after college, and then what type of scholarship money is available to you. Now, in order to do this, we use a program which is available to every one of our Elevate Academy athletes. And this program is called Connect Sports. And we have a partnership with them. And what Connect Sports allows you to do when you get into the first section, as you'll see right here, it says college matches, find recruits, get recruited, event, video, etc. So we're going to go into the college matching resource and take you through this and how you actually do this step by step. Now, the first thing is when you get into the college match, it's going to ask you, are you male or female? Because what is in here, it has all of the respective sports, and it's broken down by, okay, I want to go to University of Florida, and I want to be a male lacrosse player. Well, University of Florida doesn't have Division I, and they're a Division I program. They don't have Division I lacrosse, but they do have it on the women's side. So the first thing is basic male or female. What program level are you looking at? NCAA Division I, II, or III, NAIA, or are you looking at club, which is MCLA or WCLA, which is Men's Club Lacrosse Association and Women's Club Lacrosse Association. Junior college, you can choose all. So if you're only looking at NCAA Division I, II, or III, you're gonna hit that button. And then what size school do you see yourself at? The bigger the better, something mid-size, a small school where everyone knows everyone, or you can just hit show all, and how much does cost matter? The next thing is your admissions policies. Are you looking at, I want to go to only the best schools that are available to me, regardless of their Division I, II, or III? As an example, we have a player who's at Pomona College. And you might not have ever heard of Pomona College, but it's literally one of the most selective schools that you could possibly get into. It has a lower acceptance rate than Harvard University does. So if that's the case, you want to hit very selective, or you want to look all. Now, once you do these and you select these, you can always go back and make these changes. Then is there a particular region you'd like to be in? And then does it matter whether it's a public or a private school? You know, if you're a New York kid and you're looking at the SUNY system, which is the State University of New York's, you know, that may be an important factor to you, because the SUNY systems, as a state resident, you're going to be paying a lot less money to go to a state school. Same thing as you look at, University of North Carolina, and you have University of North Carolina at Chapel Hill, you have University of North Carolina at Wilmington, all the different state programs that may be important to you. And once you have this selected, then you're going to hit see my college matches. So once again, this is just a quick review. In this case, I used female. I used any Division I, II, or III school. What size didn't matter. We hit show all. How much does cost matter? It says I want to keep my tuition in check, but I'm flexible. The high admissions, which is less than 60% admitted. And is there a particular region? I chose Northeast in this case, and then public or private, I hit show all. So now with this gives me 28 different schools to look at. So since I did Northeast, it's looking at Binghamton University, Colgate, Columbia, Dartmouth, which is, all of these schools are in the Northeast, and you can see the different levels. Now, what I can do, as you can see down here, there are sliders down here. So I can move this slider different ways, and I can adjust how many schools I'm seeing as I go through this. And you can literally pick as many different ones you want. In this case, I selected Harvard University. Harvard University. We have Coach Devin Wills. Coach Devin Wills was recently on the Elevate Academy show on our webinar podcast, and she is the head coach, new coach. This is her second year in the system. And what this is going to show you is for each of the respective schools, and I'm just giving you screenshots for each one, but it will show you the size, the cost, and you're saying to yourself, well, Harvard has a cost of $17,590. That doesn't seem right. Isn't Harvard like $72,000 a year? That's their net price, and we're going to go into that as well. But they're a member of the Ivy League. It's a 4-year private, not-for-profit school, and the selectivity, it's a 10 out of 10 as being the most selective. Then they'll give you, the next thing is really an overview of the student population. So it's pretty much 50-50, male, female. Full-time looks about, 80% are full-time. And then in-state, out-of-state, foreign, and other is the geography. And then ethnicity is the next thing. It's got a student-faculty ratio of 7-to-1. And then 99% of the kids who are freshmen return for their sophomore year. And then in this case, this is specific as it relates to the team. So in this case, we're looking at the Harvard women's lacrosse team. So team road trips, most games are scheduled at schools around New York, Pennsylvania, Massachusetts. The team also travels to Rhode Island to play. They typically plays at neutral sites in Massachusetts, and it has their own fall play day. Other trips in the past have included St. Mary's in California and Nashville, Tennessee. So these, and then it'll show you their recruit commits by year. So I've only just cut this out since it's a cut and paste, but you'll see different kids in here based on their actual year. So these are 2021s, and I took this about maybe a month ago, and that we're actually filming this in May of 2020. And then you can see what positions these kids are playing. So if you're a defender, maybe you're looking at this list and saying, "Oh, this is great. They have 1, 2, 3, 4 attackers / middies and 1 goalie. They don't have any defenders. Maybe this would be a good spot for me because I'm a defender." And then events by Harvard. This shows what events the Harvard staff is either running or planning to go to. But these are all Harvard specific events. So you have the Crimson Elite Summer Clinic. You have a Crimson Yard Fall Lax Clinic. So these are all things that you can actually go to, and that's the beauty of using this system. And every one of our Elevate Academy kids, you have access to this system to use for yourself. And then they have team videos where you can watch different videos about the team, so you get a better feel for them. This is, that was just one of the videos. You have all these different videos across. They had recently taken a big team trip. I think they went overseas, so you can click on that. And then the beauty of this system as well is you can explore the campus, and it actually will take you through. So you don't have to go out of this program to go on a virtual tour. And especially in May of 2020, when we're sitting here in lockdown because of the COVID virus, well, this is a great time that you could be going out and doing virtual campus visits right now. So just another important piece that's part of this program. And then this will give you a breakdown of where the grads live. Majority of them live in the greater Boston area after graduation. And then secondly is greater New York City, and then San Francisco Bay Area, then DC, et cetera, where the grads work. Number 1 is Google, kind of interesting. And then number 2 is Harvard Medical School. McKinsey, big consulting firm, Goldman Sachs, obviously finance, and then Massachusetts Institute of Technology, another one, Microsoft, Stanford, IBM. So unbelievable companies that these kids are going and after graduation. And then what grads do. Number 1 is education and research, entrepreneurship, media and communication, consulting, finance, listing it down all the way down so you get an idea of each. Remember, this is for each specific school, and we're just looking at Harvard. And then this is their niche grades. And this is using a system where the students are basically telling you what they want. So overall, it's an A+. Student life is given an A+. Professor rating is an A+. Academics, A+. Athletics is a B+. And then the campus life is an A. And then here is, when you're looking at the academics, you can look at, okay, what are the averages? So for critical reading, you're talking about an SAT score, of 1,600. the critical reading on average is between 710 and 800. Math is 740 to 800. So you're looking at average SAT scores between 1480 and 1600. And then same thing on the ACTs, you're looking at a total ACT score of 33 to 35. And as it'll show you on the bottom of the screen, this range represents the middle half of incoming freshmen from the 25th to 75th percentile. So that's what we're looking at in order to get these, so you have an idea of what kind of grades you need in order to get in. And then this is the total number of applicants. So for last year, they had 42,000 applicants and only 5% were admitted. So 21,261 males, 21,480 females, and then number of admits that actually enroll. So, 82% of the kids who were admitted actually took their admissions and said, okay, we are going to go to Harvard. And then the incoming freshman average GPA is 4.17%. And then this will show you, I know it broke off the graph, but I'll show you on different GPAs where kids are going from admitted to not getting in and getting rejected as well. And then all the different majors and programs, 31% of the kids go into social sciences, 10% do mathematics, statistics, and it'll break you down. But you can literally pick and choose all the various majors and programs that you might look to take when you get there. Now, this is really important, is the net price. The net price, as we'll see, this is household income on the bottom, and it'll show you where the majority of the household income. So the biggest household income is $110,000 and up. Now, what the net price does is, and I'm going to jump ahead to the next page and show you, is tuition and fees are $50,000, books and supplies $1,000, cost of living $17,000, personal expenses $3,000. So it's a sticker price of $71,000, almost $72,000 to go to Harvard University. But on average, 55% of the kids are receiving grants or scholarships, and they average $53,000. 17% are getting federal grants, 17% are getting Pell Grants, et cetera, all the way down, student loans, federal loans, other loans. So this gives you an idea. 77% of full-time incoming freshmen receive financial aid at Harvard. So that's where you get that sticker price of $17,000. Then they have a social media feed. So you can see all of the social media that they have out there, and it's all in one place. You don't have to go out of the Connect Sports system in order to find the social media. So this is a quick one, but one of the things that we want to do is just a summary is be open to all different types of schools. So when this is really this finding the right school, it's not getting recruited, but it's looking at the schools that you are interested in. So in the beginning, if you're at 9th, 10th grade, you should have a really wide net, as wide as possible. And you want to be open to different schools. Visit as many schools as you can and using your time wisely. So let's say you're going to a tournament and your tournament is in Baltimore, Maryland, as an example. Well, when you're in Baltimore, Maryland, maybe you could go see University of Maryland, Loyola, Towson University, Johns Hopkins University, very close, only 30 minutes away. You could be seeing George Washington, and you could see Georgetown University. All different schools. You can go to Catholic University. So if you're going to tournaments and things like that, using your time wisely to maybe see as many schools as you can. Speaking to current students and alumni in your school, I would seek out any alumni that if you're playing on a high school team, find out, where did the parents go? Do you have a parent that attended a school that you might be interested in? Speak to them. And then pick schools that you can afford or have really good financial aid programs like Harvard does. Now, although we're using the Connect Sports system, the NCAA also has a tool to search for schools. This is the direct link. It's ncaa.org/about/who we are and search school. So you can just, write down that link, do a quick search of the NCAA searching for schools, and that's a simple thing that you can use. But right now, in the beginning for Section 3 is get out there and start researching your schools, finding different schools. Use that finder and change the numbers that you're looking at. You know, if you don't have great grades and you're more of a B student, make sure you change the grades to fit the schools that you would be looking at and schools that are likely to get you admitted. But once again, this is really important. Go do your homework. This is one of the most important things you can do. This is the end of session 3. This is probably the quickest one out of all of them because a lot of this, there's not a lot of explaining to do. It's using the tools that we're putting out in front of you, and you have to go out and get these done. So make sure you're going to get these done. Complete section 3. Make sure you're doing all your homework, and we will see you guys as we hit section 4 next. So thanks. Have a great day. Keep elevating, everybody.